I need to tell some of you this week how much you have impacted me as a person, not just as a teacher. Those of you that I have met before, those of you I haven't met before, and some of you who run like crazy when you see me coming, so I'm coming to get you. Morning. So one of my favorite things that I used this year with my middle school kids is something called Seesaw. Do I have anybody in the audience that uses Seesaw right now? But before I talk about Seesaw, I want you to think about the tale of two hamburgers. For my vegan friends, I apologize. But if you are a hamburger eater, would you rather, John Stevens, would you rather have the hamburger on the left that comes right off of the grill, that's juicy and it's good and it's like, or would you rather have the one on the right that's been sitting out for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 24 hours? What do hamburgers have to do with kids? That's where I'm not eating them. That's not part of the job anymore. I'm dating myself also. Anybody recognize this? Okay, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if the sound's gonna work. Oh, no. That's something stupid. Let's try again. Oh, well. You remember horse track? Oh. I think we all have been in a situation where we've been working with a group of kids and we're knee-deep in something really good. And we got that kid in the back of the classroom that in my class is like, Hedge, come here. And I'm like, do you not see me working with these kids? And I used to think that kid is so self-absorbed that they're just disrespectful to the conversation that I'm having. They think, as 8th graders, we know this, that they're the most important thing in the room. But as I get older and I start reevaluating things, I don't necessarily think that that's the case. And I think about the hamburger because at the moment that they had their question, because I'm this way, when I have a question or I have something I want to add, the moment I have that thought, in the moment that I have it, it's the best quality it's going to get. It's got all the juice, it's got all the flavor. It's exactly what I want to say, the way that I want to say it. But when I have to wait, what do I lose? So, Seesaw has really kind of helped me in that perspective. So this is an example of what my Seesaw dashboard looks like for my kids. This is on my computer. I also have it on my phone. And I carry my phone around. I have a great principal who understands that 21st century skills means 21st century technology, which means we have to adjust. And this is an example of Lily's work. Lily is one of those kids. Lily wouldn't hurt anybody for anything, but she's very like, I've got to tell you this thing right now. And if I'm working with somebody and I go, Lily, I'll be back with you in just a second, by the time I get back over there, I'm going to get one of several responses. Either, oh, I don't remember what I was going to say. Hedge, I'm sorry. I'll remember in a second. Y'all teach middle school. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Or I get, give me a second, Hedge, and I'll remember. And it would take her a minute. But what I realized with Seesaw is that there doesn't have to be 20 of me in the classroom. There can be just one of me and 20 of me here. So what Seesaw allowed me to do was have kids ask me the questions that they had or tell me the things they wanted to tell me in the moment, and I didn't have to wait on that. So what I was able to do is tell Lily, hey, Lily, go put that in Seesaw, and as soon as I finish with this group, I'm going to look at it. So I'm working with the group, I tell them, okay, you do this next piece, and I'm going to come back to you in 30 seconds. I pull out my phone, I go to what Lily did, I favorite it really quick, and I go, hey Lily, great job. And that doesn't make the group I'm working with feel any less important because Lily has a moment that she needs to share with me, but Lily feels validated because she gets acknowledged and she gets to say what she wants to say in the moment and the juices are still there. Students can post anything to that journal, and it's only something that is visible between you and the student and whoever they share in their family. They can add files, links to Desmos things, graphs, drawings, whatever. So here's an example of something that a student wanted to ask me. She's like, I want to see if I'm doing this right. I'm heavy in with a group. I'm like, put it in Seesaw and I'll look at it. Anybody see anything that they notice? You see it? Okay. So Mary wanted to know, am I doing this okay? It's like, I got this worked out in my head. So on my phone, the little 3 dots down in the bottom corner, I get the opportunity to copy what she gave me and edit it, and I get to draw on it. I circle that real quick, hey, you got a calculation error, otherwise, this looks great, keep on rocking. I send it back to her. I haven't lost any moment with the group I'm working with. She got to ask me what she wanted in the moment that she wanted, in the way, and it all worked out. I have a kid who is a Desmos genius. I think he will be working for Desmos probably before he graduates. He always loves to show me the things that he shares. So instead of shifting the classroom to his attention, he gets to put anything he wants, when he wants, right in front of me, and I get to see it. I can see everything from a calendar point of view. This was something where I asked for them to upload something to Seesaw for an exit ticket. I want you to look at how many items were posted and know that I have 22 kids in my class. What do you notice? Missing some, right? But really quickly, I get a bird's eye overview of everything that we did that day. Like, can you do this thing? And I can quickly go through and see the class, and I can see, oh, yep, I know who forgot to post one. I need to go get him. Drew didn't post anything. And if you'll notice, whenever they do post things, down at the bottom, there's a little color bar. Every one of my units in my Algebra 1 class are color-coded. So if a kid wants to go back and study for a test, they just have to click on that color, and everything that they posted in that color comes up. Same thing as a teacher. If I want to see everything they did in stats, I can do that. If you'll also notice, this kid, his mom got to see his work. So what's wonderful about that is there's an app for the kids and for the teacher, but then up to 10 people in their family get to see their work at a time. So when we have kids who have family all over the country, all over the world, they can share what they're doing in real time with up to 10 family members, which I think is really powerful. My favorite thing was when they found something that they were really proud of, whether it was a really awesome thing that they learned or it was a glorious mistake that they made, they got to publish that to the blog and give each other feedback. So Jewel is one of the quietest kids in my class. And when she posted this, and I think she forgot like her parentheses, like right around here, she forgot to close her parentheses, and kids started commenting on it. I started panicking because I'm like, oh my goodness, how's she gonna take this? She doesn't say anything in class already. Is this gonna hurt? Like, is this gonna cause a relationship problem in my classroom? But look at how Jewel handled that. Thanks for reminding me about number 4 and that lonely parenthesis. Like, I loved that. So I had to comment back to her, I love how you take feedback. Like, that's just really incredibly awesome. And that one moment for her, she took feedback really well, but then kids also got to see how she reacted to getting feedback that was not like positive, like it was, hey, you need to fix this. And that really started to change the culture in my classroom about how we talk to each other when we make mistakes. Also, it helped us rephrase and reframe how we take that feedback and what we do with it. So these kids, I'll just kind of give you a short and sweet heads up on this. They didn't give enough evidence, and kids started calling them out like crazy. Well, you might think that that might make them shut down. Not at all. As soon as they realized they didn't have enough evidence, they would take what they thought needed to be added, go back to the kids in this list and say, hey, do you think this is enough? Like, is this enough evidence? What do you think about this? I don't know, go ask Mary. You probably need to go ask Carol, because Carol, like, she really lit you up, so if it gets past the Carol, if you get Carol's thumbs up, then you're good. So they were giving feedback to each other, but it wasn't from a bad point of view. It was a huge culture of collaboration. And then they started really giving each other really detailed, positive feedback when it was good. So we got to see what is a model of really good feedback. And that's it. So if you want to see more, just follow us.